Well, hi, my name is Debbie, and welcome to my new YouTube channel, Fabric Fit and Sew. And I'm a retired lady, and I'm on a sewing journey. Back when I was 8 years old, my mom taught me how to cast on stitches on a knitting needle and how to knit and purl. She also set me in front of her old Singer sewing machine and taught me how to sew in a straight line. Well, it stuck. That whole summer, all I was doing is knitting and sewing straight lines. And pretty much I've been knitting and sewing for the rest of my life. So fast forward, I'm the mom of 7 kids, 4 boys, 3 girls. And back in the 80s, I did a lot of sewing garments for myself and my daughters. It was a lot of fun. But fast forward from that, as they were growing up, they decided that they would rather go shopping in the malls with their friends than to wear handmade, homemade things. Can't blame them. I still sewed for myself, but the sewing days for my kids at that time was not happening. So I decided to go on another sewing adventure, and I started my own business, and it was a window treatment business. We lived in northern Indiana at that time, kind of out in the country, close to a lot of Amish. And I made window treatments mostly in the Elkhart County River District, and swags, jabots, pinch pleats, shears, those balloon drapes back in the day, valances, cornices, bed ensembles. I did it all on my own. I didn't work for interior decorators, and I didn't work off of spec sheets. I had my own books, and I was pretty much a solo business owner. I had that business for about 10 years. So fast forward a little bit more, we moved, and we're in Wisconsin, central Wisconsin right now, and I tried to bring my window treatment business here, but it just wasn't going to happen. And I suppose by that time I was really ready for another change. The kids were pretty much all in school at this time, so I ended up laying down my sewing for a while, and I went and got a job. I started in a kind of high-end women's retail store. Started at the bottom. When you start at the bottom, and I worked my way up into management in a higher-end women's clothing store. And, that was a burnout experience. And I only lasted for maybe a year and a half or something like that. And I thought, I'm not doing this anymore. So I came home, and I had a couple other little jobs in between there too. Now, my mom and my stepdad was still living in northern Indiana. My stepdad had passed away. Mom was on a farmette, and she decided that she wanted to move to Wisconsin to be close to me because I'm her only daughter. So we packed her up, sold the farm, and moved her here to central Wisconsin. During that time, I decided to start sewing again. Now, I had some time off that I hadn't been sewing, and I got out online in between all that time too. I should say I was over at the tech college, and I took classes for web design. I learned HTML, CSS, JavaScript. I loved it. There must be a kind of a technical side to me that I really, really enjoyed. Kind of got into blogging at that time. But really, instead of blogging, I was back in the code changing the look of my blog instead of blogging. It was pretty funny. Anyway, my mom was here in Wisconsin, and I decided to go ahead and start sewing again. And my mom has always been my inspiration when it came to sewing. She's the one that taught me to sew. She's the one that taught me how to set in sleeves, how to put on collar stands, and how to put on collars, cuffs, measuring, darts. She was very particular. She taught me all those years ago that you tie off darts. You never ever knot anything. She taught me how to sew little stitches with my hands, needle and thread, and how to baste. And baste was a definite part of sewing. You pin your sleeve in, you hand baste it in, you try it on, and if you like it, then you can sew. And I learned all these techniques from my mom. So she was my inspiration, and she would always give me good advice when I needed it. So I had another problem though. It's been a while since I've sewn, and my body had changed. And I wasn't sure of my size anymore. I wasn't sure of my style anymore. I didn't know what I liked, what I didn't like. Somehow I feel like my brain was still back in the 80s, and I wanted to sew these kind of country prairie style dresses, you know, with the flounces and the ruffles and everything that I did with the girls and I. But that just didn't suit me anymore, obviously. So I had to rediscover myself. So I am on that journey right now. But I started off by sewing this top. And by the way, after researching online, I never knew about indie patterns. I thought, what is indie patterns? And what is this kind of different way of using patterns? I mean, I only used the big 4 patterns back in the day. So I did go ahead and print out one pattern. I put all my pieces together, followed the instructions. I thought it was wild, never saw anything like it. Mom was like, what are you doing? So I explained it to her. And another thing that I liked is a lot of the patterns, most of them, kind of came with its like a booklet of instructions, and also how to measure, and a lot of, you know, to fit, and a lot of information on that, which I had never known before. So I ended up starting out with a very, very simple top, and lo and behold, my top just turned out beautiful. It was very, very simple. It was just kind of put over the head. It had a placket in back, and it fit like a dream. My mom also commented that it was really, really good to hear the hum and the purr of a sewing machine again in the background. So then I started, you know, buying more of these online patterns from Indie Company, and I wanted to show. Sorry, that was my microphone. I wanted to show this to you. This is from the Friday Company. Adrenne blouse, I think. Adrenne blouse. For reference, I'm only 5'1". I'm very petite. And this is what it looks like. I am in autumn, back in the 80s. I took that class, Color Me Beautiful. I already knew I was autumn. I'm a natural redhead, definitely autumn. And so I knew that I would look good in this fabric. Anyway, so this was one of my first things. Mom wasn't so sure how she felt about all this puff sleeve business, but she says, well, I guess that's the style these days. And then I ventured out a little bit more, and I saw this pattern by Itch and Stitch, Cantabria Dress, right here, from Itch and Stitch. And here's my twill that I made. This dress, at the time, was a really, really big stretch for me. It was more fitted. I had to do a couple twirls to make it fit and work, but I got it, and I got it to fit, and here is the outcome. I wanted to give you a better close-up view of the Cantabria dress. So I would really like to try it on for you and kind of model it, but right now our upstairs is being tore apart. The kitchen is done. I got a beautiful kitchen. We got a lot of wood floors done, but we got a lot more to go. And it's just not a very good place to be filming right now. And the outside, well, it's beautiful here in Wisconsin. It's central Wisconsin, and people are mowing, and this is my first video. I'm not quite sure how that works with neighbors and everything. So with that said, this is how I'm going to show it. But here is my beautiful lining. And it's double-breasted. But wouldn't it be nice to take a pretty belt, such as this, and maybe take this cloth belt off and kind of belt it up in the center like this. I've tried it on, it's really pretty. And then how about for this summer, you know, add a really cute little straw hat. And then I even have over here, I even have this really pretty scarf, you know, to kind of put around my neck, or if we go in someplace where there's air conditioning, I can wrap this around my shoulders. It's actually pretty wide. And then I didn't bring them here, but I also have shoes that look really nice with this and the belt. So that would complete the whole ensemble. If I wanted to have just a little bit of a different look. And so yeah, so pleased with it. I love to tailor and to really get in there and, you know, make beautiful things. So I just kind of wanted to show you this, you know, with this view so you can see it just a little bit better. This is going to be just a video premiere of kind of getting to know me, knowing what this channel is going to be all about. I am retired, so there could be a few retirement things going on. For instance, this house right here that we're living in, this property, we are going through it room by room, and we're upgrading and updating. We're also adding on, and we're doing a lot of yard work and making it suitable for where we are at right now in our lives. So there's going to be a lot of that. I'm actually in my sewing room in the basement, and this has been a work in progress. There's a lot that needs to be done down here, so maybe I can take you on a tour and a journey with me with this sewing room as well. I also have, as we're going through the house, I am actually custom making my own window treatments, finally, because believe it or not, I have never had custom window treatments. So over here, I've got a 121-inch table that is 60 inches wide where you can roll out the bolts of fabric, and I'm going to be making my own window treatments, and I probably will be taking you along for that. I think that fits in with the Fabric Fit and Sew, right? Also over here to my right in the back, I don't know if you can see it, I have a Meridian Baby Lock embroidery machine that I never used because I had about 3 years in there where I was my mother's caregiver. At that time too, my sewing had stopped, and I just didn't have time, and I didn't have time to learn the machine. So now I've got to learn my machine. I'm going to set myself on a schedule in this busy summer season, but I'm going to make sure that I start learning my machines better. And I want to take you on my sewing journey with my Meridian Baby Lock. I see myself definitely embroidering for clothes, but I also see myself doing some embroidery for pillows and you know, beautiful things for the home. I love that. Anyway, if this channel is something that you think that you would enjoy, you want to be along for the journey with me, please hit the subscribe button. Please leave me a comment so that I actually know that you're here. And I will be uploading, I hope, once or twice a month, ideally once a week. But the whole real goal would be twice a week. And that's a pretty big, lofty goal, especially through the summer months with everything going on. But we'll see how it goes. But until then, I will see you in the next video. Bye.